All right, y'all. I figured this part out. Well, sort of, right? I know what was happening. Now, what happened was I was trying to get the other nut off, and I did, and that's the result. But basically, when I was going putting it back on, is when the problem started to happen. Okay, and I was already in for a penny, in for a pound, right? So I was like, well, what do I do at this point? I was kind of a dummy about it, and I decided to just go full gorilla, try to just yank it on and ignore. I figured it would just make new threads or something. I was partially an idiot, but on the other hand, I kind of knew what I was getting myself into because I was already in for a penny, in for a pound. So I figured, well, screw it. But I did end up getting that one back off. So now I can focus on fixing the threads. And I tried to pull this whole thing out and it wouldn't let me. There's something inside which I don't know, but whatever. So I put this back on because this still work. So I figured, well, I'll put it back on. This one went on fine on this side. And then this one, but it won't come out. But anywho, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just focus on, I can either buy a tool. Look at that. I can either buy a tool and fix it or just do it by hand. What I think I might do is, I think I can do it just enough by hand instead of having to buy more tools. I'm trying to get out of having to buy. I don't want a whole tool set. It's not necessary. I just don't need it. I'm not that serious about stuff where I need a bunch of extra tools. I'm a hammer and screwdriver kind of guy anyway, but this requires more than that, of course. But anyway, so that was holding everything up from being able to tighten it on the back. Well, anyway, so I got that and I can fix that. But the idea is that I'll have a secondary wheel that will work on that. So if something happens to this, I can easily, the idea is to have stuff that can be easily modified, removed, changed out, right? Now the engine, of course, is a little more to it than that, but most everything else, like that can stay, everything else can stay, but the engine, if the engine fails and needs to come out, I can take that out. If that has a problem, because those are the two main issues right here. That's going to be the two main issues, this thing and that thing. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I won't be able to try it out anytime soon because of the weather. I'm not going to go out there and slip and fall and get caught underneath the trailers, Anyway, so, well, we'll see how it goes. But it's turned out pretty good so far. I don't know. Yeah, the last one turned out fine. It worked, so I don't know. I'll let you know.